But yeah, literally blocked. No money. No money, even though my shit's quadrupled. And as you can see, and as I've clearly shown, they've had me blocked for over 6 years. 100% blockage. Even people that pay to search the internet were blocked from finding my YouTube channel. So those of you that think, oh, this, Von Helton saying he was blocked by YouTube. No, that shit's real. That shit's real. Google, okay, now admittedly, I am not an expert at math. Hello, I'm not an expert at math. But admittedly, I would say, and this is based on over 200 accounts that I personally checked out, I think it's safe to say that YouTube and Google owe me anywhere between $350,000 to $1 million. Now you say, well, Von, why is it so high? Because it's 6 years, dude. That's why. 6 fucking years without being paid. I mean, figure it up on a calculator, for fuck's sake. 6 years without getting paid. And like I said, I've logged over 200. And anyway, but yeah. So, anywhere from $350,000 to $1 million. Now you say, well, why is that? Because going by the money I get per view, which is very, very, very fucking low, I can look at the other people that started their account at the time I was blocked, because thanks to AdSense and analytics, I can actually go back and see when I was blocked. It's easy to tell because my shit just fucking nosedives, right? Okay, so I go back to that time, and then I see the time when they started, which was similar, and then I just simply start adding up views and subscribers, and then I compare that to how much money I got with the views that I was getting, and then it was easy to calculate at that point then how much I was actually getting. All right, which is it's just phenomenal. It's a phenomenal amount of money. Okay, it is a phenomenal amount of money that I am owed. Just unbelievable amount of money that I'm owed. All right. So, for those people who think that, oh, well, Ron's making his shit up. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not making it up at all. Not making it up at all, man. It's fucking crazy. I am owed a shit ton of money. My best estimate is that I'm owed somewhere between $350,000 and $1 million. That's million. 1 million. Literally $1 million. Fucking crazy, man. Crazy shit. But it's true. It's absolutely true. Absolutely fucking true. And there's, so somebody needs to get on the stick, man. Somebody needs to get on the stick. Now, well, Von Helton, are you willing to settle out of court? Part of me says no. Because see, if this was to go to court, I'd probably end up getting a couple million, 3 million, 4 million. I don't know, however much the judge and the lawyers decide. But it sure ain't going to be no paltry $350,000. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. The lawyers will see to that. Okay? I won't have to do shit over that one. The lawyers will see that it's in the millions, okay? Because Google and YouTube are big, and they know it. And so they know they can get a lot of money. So the lawyers will absolutely have a field day with YouTube and Google. And they'll have a field day with this court case. Because it's open and shut. This court case is open and shut. It's an easy win for any attorney. All right. And I suspect that Google and YouTube know that too. And that's why they have decided to suddenly unlock my fucking account and let people see and view. I just had somebody just yesterday. Vaughn, I didn't get your message. I didn't get your message. Well, of course you didn't, fool. My shit's been blocked. YouTube and Google's blocked my shit. Ain't nobody was seeing me at all. Nobody was seeing me at all, man. So yeah, of course you didn't get my message. Of course you didn't get my invites. Of course you aren't getting notified when I post videos or do hangouts. I had my shit blocked, literally. I just showed you the fucking charts. I went to arts and entertainment, I went to music, and I went to news, which is what I cover. Every one of them 100% blocked until just recently. Gee, well, what happened just recently? Well, on October 22nd, I released a video called YouTube Has Got Me Cockblocked. Cockblocked by YouTube. And now all of a sudden, my shit's not blocked anymore. Now all of a sudden, I'm getting 13, 14,000 views per video. My subscriber base is almost to 12,000. Wow, what happened? What happened is I exposed them. That's what happened. Nobody likes to get sued, not even YouTube and Google. Well, anyway, Von Helton, you haven't answered my question. Would you settle out of court? I said, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. It depends on how much ends up in my PayPal. You know, if $750,000 should suddenly find its way into my PayPal, I would consider not pursuing a legal action. Just saying. You know, if 750 G's should suddenly appear in my PayPal account, I would consider that impetus enough to not pursue legal action at this time. But that's just me talking, you know. Like I said, man, I turn this shit over to lawyers. They're not going to rest until they get $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 million out of this shit. Because I know how lawyers are, man. They're money hungry. They love money. Lawyers get a hold of this shit, man. They'll fucking hike that shit way up. And if YouTube and Google are smart, they know that. And can I prove that my shit's been blocked for 6 years? Oh, fuck yeah, I just showed you. I just showed you. You know, and thanks to Google Analytics and Google AdSense and all that shit, I can clearly show where my shit has literally been blocked for 6 fucking years. You know, 100% blockage according to Google Analytics there. But I just showed you. All right. 100%. But even people that pay money, that's the fucking kicker. Even the people that paid money to do searches on the internet, even they were fucking blocked, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy, man. That's nuts. I mean, when you pay money to do a thing, you know, you should be able to get that shit, right? So shit's finally unlocked and everything's working now. But, you know, that still does not account for the money I'm owed. Okay, because that 6 years that I was blocked, I'm owed a shit ton of money. Like I said, the lowest one I could find was 350,000, and the highest one I found was $1 million. So I figured split the difference at 750. Right. That, you know, I mean, I've talked about the trolls. All right, I've talked about the trolls and what the trolls were doing, thumbing down my videos. But the trolls have nothing to do with this shit. This is shit that YouTube and Google themselves have done. What does that make that? That makes that a discrimination lawsuit, number one. Discrimination. They can't block my channel and then not block anybody else's channel. That's bullshit. All right. And that I can clearly show where that's occurred. All right. Furthermore, not only can I get them for discrimination, but I can also get them for insufficient funds. I mean, I'm owed a shit ton of money. I am owed a shit ton of money. You know, and there's no denying that I'm owed a shit ton of money. All right. So, you know, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, this should be a slam dunk in court. There's no way this should be a hardship in court. This should be a slam dunk, man. And you know, I'm gonna you know, take it to court if I don't get a settlement of some kind. You know, and you may be right. Maybe they don't want to settle. If they don't want to settle, that's fine. I'll take it to court, sue for maybe 10 million or something, and you know, win big, and you know, not have to worry about it. There's nothing they can do to me. Okay, let's say they keep appealing it. Okay, that's fine. They can appeal it. But see, we can appeal it up to the Supreme Court. I mean, do they want it to go all the way to the Supreme Court? I don't think they do. I don't think that Google and YouTube wants that kind of media exposure, because that's not going to be good for them. That's not going to be good exposure for them. They could lose revenue. They could lose revenue. They could lose stockholders. They could lose shares on the market. I don't think they want that kind of negative publicity. Because when it gets out that they've literally blocked somebody from getting money for 6 fucking years, every lawyer in the world is going to be lined up down the fucking street wanting a piece of this shit, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I know that something needs to happen, because I've been discriminated against. There's no question there. There's absolutely no question that I've been discriminated. You know, to what extent and to who all's involved. I mean, does this go all the way up to the top levels of YouTube and Google? I don't know. That's for the courts to decide. But one thing is for certain, somebody at Google was involved, because they've got me blocked from even being viewed by outside sources. Okay, people that paid money to get online and do searches were not able to see my shit, because I was 100% blocked for whatever reason. So you know, this is negative publicity for them, and it's not gonna bode well for them.